We are getting a double dose of Ciara Miller on our screens thanks to season 9 of Summer House and season 3 of The Traitors, and you just came from filming the reunion for that.
Yes, I mean, it's been a long day. I woke up at 4 a.m., but the reunion was so different from like a Summer House reunion.
I would imagine.
You know? Everyone's so much nicer.
Yeah, because the backstabbing happened in plain sight.
Right. Definitely in person. At one point, I was like, this is the strangest reunion I've ever been a part of. I feel like I've only ever been a part of reunions where we're ripping each other's heads off and then kind of coming together.
Right, like something feels off here.
Yeah.
There were rumors before you filmed Traitors that you and Lindsay were going to be there together.
Right.
Do you think that would have changed your game at all?
Look, my strategy was to never vote for Bravo people. I am like herd mentality. I'm never gonna vote for my own. So I would have never voted for anyone. I never voted for anyone that was on Bravo. But yeah, honestly, it would have been a great experience if Lindsay was in there with me as well. That's a great scenario, honestly. I feel like we could have like sussed out some people, you know.
Well, I feel like she would have just been accusing everyone of being a traitor.
Perhaps.
She was not one herself.
But like, love the chaos of it all, right?
Did your time in Scotland prepare you for your return to the Hamptons? Because I feel like a little bit of roundtable energy came out at the kitchen table with West.
Yeah, no, people are definitely saying that.
You care so much about the perception of everything. Meanwhile, like, how embarrassing that you publish an article to reiterate the fact that you don't like me anymore.
And I definitely think that, yes, I was just so in the mode of like, if you're in my way, get out of my way. Also, I'm gonna say what I need to say to you, and like kind of gave me that a little confidence boost going into filming, you know, season 9.
How are you feeling? Because now you've had to talk about this man you are not with for a year now. How are you feeling about having to pick back at that scab all these months later?
I know, right? And it is just a constant thing in TV world. Look, I think, you know, when we film Summer House, the timing of filming and things airing and people putting out press is all very fresh. I mean, I guess that's the thing with, you know, being on these shows is that you do have to relive these things. And it's interesting, like, just seeing some of the clips back. Yeah, obviously I'm in like a completely different headspace right now, you know?
The crux of your issue with him seemed to be, you say one thing to me, you say another thing to press.
Well, you say nothing.
You say nothing to me, and you say a lot to the press.
A ton to press.
Do you think he gets that now?
I pray and I hope. You know, I don't know. If he didn't get it now, he does. Yeah.
Where do the two of you exist now? Would you hang out with him, or is it kind of like a? Okay.
I think we coexist. We can coexist in a house together like we did all summer, but yeah, no, he's definitely not my closest friend and probably won't be, but here's the thing, like I actually will go on record and say that, you know, he messed up and I think, you know, hopefully he's learning from his mistakes. But I think, you know, a hard head makes for a soft behind, as my mom would say, you know, and he found out the hard way.
Yeah. And
I think now it was like a learning lesson, but I think he's paid his dues. I think everyone can leave him alone online.
I don't want to have a conversation, Miss Ciara. I'm scared.
Did you get a little joy though, seeing how nervous he was to kind of be back around you and face it all?
I always enjoy men being scared of me. That is something that I think I will always and forever love.
On that note, you've sworn off romances with anyone on reality television, given your experiences.
Yes.
But the trailer for the season hints at maybe something between you and Jesse.
He's flirting with Ciara. I don't trust her. I'm sorry. I don't trust you.
You actually.
Come on, come back.
Is that fact or fiction?
It's completely fiction.
Okay.
I love Jesse, but also I wouldn't do that to myself 2 years in a row. Like is that like a psychopath or
right.
Whatever they say?
Yeah, the insanity where you do the same thing expecting different results. It does create a little friction though, it looks like, between you and Lexi.
Right. Look, she's new in the house, and I'm, like, if I were new in the house, I wouldn't trust anyone either. And, like, especially if I'm spending all my time with just Jesse, like, that's not, like...
Yeah, they jumped into this thing fast and furious.
I mean, head first into the pool.
What were you thinking as you were watching it unfold in real time?
I mean, in real time, I was obviously like, this is not going to end well. Like, this is crazy. I think, you know, had just coming off of, like, the me and Wes scenario, I think we both were like, this is insane. Like, monkey see, monkey do, but like, hello, did you not learn anything? We were all kind of urging him to like, think about the things that you were doing. I know you might want to do some things, but you might need to like take baby steps into
all
it.
summer to do it. It doesn't all have to happen in the first
We're like,
weekend.
it's week 2. You're meeting her parents. I was like, you're getting married. Are we being serious here? Like, is this a joke? I was like, are we the joke? Like, what's happening here?
All right, so Jesse's a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
There is a whole corner of the internet shipping you and Dylan Efron.
Yeah, I love Dylan. He's so sweet. He is occupied. He has a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that more people should know that. But I love him. I think that he's a great guy. He's so earthy that I probably couldn't hang, but he is a gem.
Yeah, he's
and I
like
adore
out
him.
there climbing rocks barefoot somewhere.
He's walking tight ropes across mountains. Like,
You did say on the most recent Summer House episode that,
I don't know, I need to talk to my psychic.
did you do that check-in, and is there anything to share?
I did do that check-in. She actually said March was like a good month for me in the love department. But look, I don't let it run my life. I check in with her, we do a little touch and go, and then I go and live my life. You can't let it dictate everything.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on,
On March.
and whoever takes pictures of you on Sundance du Mois.
Yeah, oh, Lord.
In addition to Lexi, we have other fresh blood this season. The first of which is Bailee, who was a surprise, I think, to many viewers because she's not a part of the official cast announcement.
Yeah.
And it's like, where'd this girl come from and where's she gonna go? What happened there?
I don't know. Like, I loved Bailee. I thought she was great. She was quirky, she was cool, she was like outspoken. She was like she's from Kentucky. I was like, we need another Southern girl in here. I think coming into a new friendships is really hard, so maybe just like some things didn't click there necessarily, but it's really hard to come into our friend group, but I don't think she did anything. I think it was just like, I don't know.
Organically fell apart.
Yeah.
Have we seen the last of her, or does she still pop up more?
What episode are we on? I think she pops up a few, some more.
Will there be like an official, and Bailey's not coming, or does she just kind of?
That's a great question, because there were some weekends where I was like, I'm not coming to this event. So I don't really know,
Okay. You'll find out along with me.
I'm gonna kind of find out with y'all.
And then there's Emerald, who you got to have your Jim from The Office moment with him looking straight into the camera with, what is this man talking about, when he was sharing all of his sexcapades.
Yeah.
How, now that you've gotten to know him beyond just the initial shock of his sex stories, what's your rating and review of Mr. Emerald?
I think Emerald is a great young man. My first impressions, it was a lot. I struggled. Good for him. He loves to have fun, Good for him.
He was like, take me or leave me. I was like, sir, all we know is that you are horny as hell.
That is all we know. We know a little bit more. I tried to like dig deeper than like sex.
Yeah.
I think my pet peeve is like people who kind of lead with sex, like being on the forefront of everything. I do appreciate someone who's always being themselves. So, I mean, I can't fault him, but it was like a little bit jarring.
Yeah, it's a lot, but he's being himself.
Yeah.
We're also watching Lindsay and Carl navigate this kind of bizarre new normal.
You've been talking to this girl since before we broke up.
I pray for you.
I don't need you to pray for me.
How would you rate how they handled their dynamic this summer?
I mean, I definitely think they did pretty good. Maybe they had some like awkward moments, but I think they did really good given the circumstances. And, obviously Lindsay's, pregnant and she's like thinking about her future, and Carl's now dating and trying to figure out like what his love life looks like. I think, they handled it the best way that they could. There's no formula for sharing a house with, exes
And doing it on television.
Like, people give us a hard time, but like you can't expect our facial expressions to always be 100% right, and for us not to like react to certain things. And
Well, also those editors sometimes will find a facial expression that was maybe from a different moment.
Exactly, like they're messy.
And then we are living in the aftershocks of the Craig and Paige breakup. I feel like you are her unofficial spokeswoman out on the road.
I just noticed, I was like, oh yeah, you haven't literally said anything.
Yeah, she's not doing press. But how is she handling all of the chatter? She looks unbothered from what I can see.
Yeah, I think, we're on the up and up. Like, she's doing great. Her and Hannah are here in LA hosting the Vanity Fair Oscars live stream. Like, they're killing it.
Do you think they'll send a link directly to Kyle Cook? Be like, make sure to tune in.
We can make it happen. No.
I feel like your Traitors Ciara is going to come out at the gender reveal party too.
Oh.
With Kyle.
Being two-faced with me.
Why is she being two-faced? How f***ing dare you?
This was a summer of dinners for me, or summer of roundtables. Definitely the dinner table was it's definitely a strong suit, I guess. I don't know if strong is the word, but I definitely didn't.
As we watch the season, I think fans are going to get clued into more kind of why things landed where they landed.
It's weird to have a boyfriend that's giving hater energy, and I hate watching that.
You can't choose work all the time.
Should I apologize for being strong and independent? Me and Craig are gonna break up and everything I have will go away. It's just so hard.
Is there anything you think viewers should keep in mind as they watch all of that information come out?
Definitely think the timeline plays a huge role in it, and maybe considering the fact that not only do we have to live it, we also have to relive it and talk about it again. And so it's easy for feelings to still exist and, questions to be unanswered and still have a misunderstanding of a situation. And we're also living this life for the first time. I feel like I say that all the time. I don't have a formula for, doing this the most perfect way.
Does?
And dating is hard, not on camera. Imagine introducing a camera and I'm in we're dating in our 20s and our 30s and I don't have it all figured out. And sometimes you choose the wrong person. And I think that that's normal and you move on from it.
Or you just grow and become a different person than you were when you were with that person.
Yeah, I came on the show when I was 24.
I was thinking about this when they were in the discussion of the newbies. I was like, Ciara was so young when she started this.
I was 24 and I'm 29 now. So much growth. I'm a completely different person from 24 to 29, and especially living my life out on TV. I am proud of myself that I'm still functioning and able to do it. It's not easy, and there are some times where the comments do beat you up a lot, but it's not like I'm, it's not like I'm out here committing crimes. I always say to my mom, I'm not on drugs and I'm doing great. So it's I have to give myself more grace sometimes and, give other people grace in situations too.
Totally. How much grace are you saving for Craig Conover these days?
Some. I'll give everyone some grace.
Okay,
there were just
a sliver.
There's a few, we all get to, there's different amounts for everyone.
Do you think Paige should follow in your footsteps and go over to Scotland for season 4 and play Traitors, or is there somebody else you would nominate?
I would like to see Paige play Traitors. Yeah, honestly, I would be interested because I can't even predict how she would be in that type of environment because it's you're cut off from the world, no phone.
Well, we know the fashions would be on point and the confessional commentary would be on point. Everything else, question mark.
I don't know about her game. She is pretty good at games, but
she can get in people's heads.
Yeah, she's really great at reading a room and reading people. They don't even have to speak. And I feel like we speak telepathically. I think she would be really good at it.
So winner of season 4, Paige DeSorbo.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah.
Your banishment, I think the most heartbreaking elimination of the season. The dumbest move by your fellow faithfuls.
I am a faithful.
Did you get any apologies after the fact from anybody?
No. Not really. They might have mentioned a couple things in the reunion about my banishment, but not really. I understand the coffin theory was going to be alive and well. It was a game. I totally knew. I lasted a lot longer than I thought I would.
Well, I thought you also pulled out a great defense of yourself in the moment. I just wish you had gone harder in your offense at Danielle. I'd be like, here's the reasons why. Was stuff cut out that were missing, or did you just not have time to lay out all your points?
Honestly,
because you were on the money.
Yeah, that was one of the quickest roundtables that we had that entire time, I will say, because it was definitely a unanimous decision. And but here's the thing, I had that, and then I had a gut feeling that she was a traitor initially. And then there's so many things that I'm like, is it evidence or is it just her personality? And we don't really know. Now we know she was acting,
I mean,
but
she was all over the place,
I mean,
so hard to read.
it was really hard to like pinpoint certain things. And then also, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like sometimes when the girls say something about a traitor or something, like nobody really takes them as seriously as points. And so, yeah, I just didn't bring enough for her, but I was like, guys, I'm not a traitor. And I was hoping somebody would believe me, but nobody was really throwing names out.
Alan Cumming even said, like, this season has been without strategy. People are throwing stuff at the wall, just hoping stuff works. What is your reaction, though, to Danielle being the last OG traitor standing? She made it there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess by any means necessary. I still question whether the stakes are that high to like put on that type of performance, but
See, that would have been a red flag to me, but I don't know if that's just because I'm watching with the knowledge that she is.
Yeah. It's hard as a viewer because you guys are seeing everything. When you're in it, you truly have no idea. And to me, personally, I wouldn't have gone through those lengths to, last maybe that long and then also end up with no money still. But look, I guess she did what she had to do, and I hope it helped her.
She recruited Britney
Right.
to be her fellow final traitor.
Yeah.
But we're left on this question mark of, is Britney gonna betray her? So do you think it was a smart or dumb move of Danielle to bring Britney in instead of somebody else?
I think it was I understand wanting to win together with your friend, but I honestly, I don't think I would have chosen that. It did, like Britney said in her confessional, that it was obvious, and I think that it made it all the more obvious when she chose Britney.
And I think the only way for Britney to save her game is throw her under the bus.
Yeah.
You were under the spell of a traitor. Boston Rob had you, Chriselle, and Dylan all in the palm of his hand.
I mean,
how was he able to pull that over on all of you?
I don't know. The gamers are a different breed, but for me, like, I didn't vote for him that night that he got banished because we were together all day, and you do feel connected to that person, and that really does sway your judgment. Things change so fast in that castle. They change every 5 minutes. So people, like the viewers, I know, they get so mad when you vote the wrong way, but every minute matters in there, and it's so easy for people to change your mind.
If you could go back and change one thing about your game, what would you do differently?
I probably would have been even more aggressive.
You know I'm a faithful. I hope you believe me when I say that. I want to find you and hunt you down.
Thank you, Ciara. Eloquent as ever.
They said I cursed a lot. I probably would have turned it up a notch. And you've been more aggressive and cursed more and just been like totally outlandish because they thought I was a traitor anyway, being a little bit subdued and still cursing. But yeah, I probably would have dialed it up a bit.